The project is called Legalize Being Black. Essentially, it's a combination of our original beats and our original songs in an expanded form with extra keyboards, a string section. The music highlights the social justice movement and, having been in the trenches and having been there and experienced what was happening here in the city and across the country. We were honored to be able to share, a piece of what Native Son has to say about all of this and what we want to project in these times.
We wanted to do this. Number one, we love working with Indy Jazz Fest. It's always a blast, and they always put on great events. But also, we're in a pretty, crazy time in the world. It's even funny that we're doing this interview today on Election Day. For a lot of people of color and Black folks specifically, there's been a lot of turmoil that's been building, not just this year, but in decades, centuries past. And for us, it's not enough just to be artists. I think that we have to speak out in these sort of times. So doing something that's called Legalize Being Black and also having an album that's called Never Be King, it shows that it's near and dear to our hearts in terms of like what's going on. And it's just the feeling that, if you are a person, of color, you're in a different sort of situation than everybody else. And we feel that, and we never want to shy away from that. And so I think America itself has done a better job of embracing, Black music, Black fashion, the way in which people of color speak, but not necessarily Black people. And so I think Legalize Being Black is just our way of saying, hey, don't just love the art or what we put out, but love us. And this is just our expression and the way we wanted to, share it with the world.
It's a pretty broad project because we had like the orchestral piece, we had a few featured vocalists, we expanded our band quite a bit. So creatively, it was just like a really fun opportunity to just take people that's in our social circle, but come from different walks of life, and we all come together and just try to make some really good music and tell a story. So a lot of us that were involved in the project, this has been kind of different. Like, of course, Native Son, we do what we do, but like bringing in like the strings, that was something different for them. Some of the keyboard players that we used, it was like sort of a different project for them. So it was like new challenges and just a fresh take, even on our own music.
It was a wonderful opportunity to work with the string section in order to bring the arrangements even, allow them to blossom even further. The whole COVID thing, we took the proper precautions. But it didn't really stop what we had to accomplish. And people will hear that in the music and hear that in what we present. And so overall, awesome experience.
Although, we're not able to operate as we normally do, the Indianapolis Jazz Foundation felt that it was important, and we felt that we needed to be unwavering on our commitment to support jazz and our jazz community and the musicians. Through this pandemic, we've realized not only that musicians and fans have suffered, just the kind of the lifeblood of arts and culture has suffered in Indianapolis. So we thought it's more important than ever to create some kind of artistic programming. And we came up with the idea of doing commissioning 3 groups of musicians, 3 bands to write original works about Indianapolis or about these uncertain times. One of the commissions that we did for Indy Jazz Fest was to commission the group Native Son. They're a fantastic hip hop band that infuses jazz with their music. And the body of their work is titled Legalize Being Black. It was recorded at the Vogue. We partnered with WFYI on it, and it features not only an 8-piece string section and 2 keyboards and 2 vocalists. I'm able to jump in there on a couple of tunes too, so it's going to be really exciting. So I hope you enjoy this program, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Native Son.
north side, 79th, until things went south. We had to move twice off of Michigan Road. That's where the story unfolded. The winter's the coldest, New Year's and Valentine's were the worst. Extended Indiana winters till like March 21st or 2nd. I was accepted straight out of Cali, reppin' Salinas Valley. Back in the 90s, Indy used to let the clan rally. Downtown in the circle, there's degrees to hate. 360 of them boys back in your face. So many steps I had to look back and retrace. But first I had to relace and stop tripping. Had homies with a similar face but thought different. And most of them still here, a couple them passed on. Bonds be so strong but at times they don't last long. Hoping the last song I write won't be tonight. But if so, I pray it fills the void in my rib. So the size of the Hoosier state, we need a representative. Maybe a representative, call it what you want. Long as Nap is in it, is aforementioned. It gets chilly round here. Awoke the silly talent of my city right here. Underrated and overlooked. Your baddest record in time. I took a break from dusty samples so my record could shine. I walk a thin line to get to the love. It's never enough, it's nap time. Cause they've been sleeping on my city for the last time. And they don't know we gas up, it's a pastime. And we gon' see who passed up at the last line. I ain't talking no Indy vibe, this a bad sign. Trying to push it down to the limit to my landslides. Now to my time's finished, got a brand that style. Really, such a pity how they gon' box us here. We run in circles round the city, all it's nap time. Cause they been sleeping on my city for the last time. They don't know we gas up, it's a pastime. But we gon' see who passed up at the last line. I ain't talking no Indy vibe, it's a bad sign. Trying to push it down to the limit to my landslides. Now to my time's finished, got a brand that style. Really, such a pity how they gon' box us here. We run in circles round the city, hey. Provocateur like Tupac Shakur. That ain't no punchline, this realness. They say he got no chill, can see no other way to the day he got no bills. His whole field's fleeting when it's leaving on a stretcher. And everybody see it, but they rarely feel the pressure. That's the call of the youth. You can hear it if you listen. Young brothers on the come up until they fall victim. Man, that's where the city's headed. I can feel it in my bones. Been clean by the vultures, but the culture's still strong. It's Indiana Jones and DJ Metronome. Had to put him in the song just to keep the love going. Cause people love songs about the trap, but now it's like the afterlife 9 times over. These alley cats cold, but they lips still smolder. I know I was a shorty off of 38, but older I grown. Sword in the stone, sorta like I'm finally home. As fate would have it, I'm a savage, I'ma let it be known. Gotta let it be young, gotta let it be home. Up in the rafters of the chapter, so there's apt to be none. I mean, there's gotta be one to put us back on the map. Who going brickyard hard to get us back on the track? Look, my pen and pad game been in the fast lane. You quarterback on Mondays, boy, I only exact change. Prepare for the launch, only flames, never games within a renaissance. They've been sleeping on my city for the last time. They don't know we gas up, it's a pastime. But we gon' see who passed up at the last line. I ain't talking no Indy vibe, it's a bad sign. Trying to push it down to the limit to my landslides. Now to my times finished, got a brand that style. Really, such a pity how they gon' box us here. We're running circles round the city, boy, it's nap time. Cause they've been sleeping on my city for the last time. They gon' know we gas up, it's a pastime. But we gon' see who passed up at the last line. I ain't talking no Indy vibe, that's a bad sign. Trying to push it down to the limit to my landslides. Now till my time is finished, got a brand that style. Really, such a pity how they gon' box the city, running circles round the city, yeah. never dumb it down. I break it down to smaller pieces. It's easier to digest. The reason for my thesis, the legions of doom try to make us into buffoons when all we need is room to break up out of this cocoon. To whom much is given, y'all know the rest, man. I see what's best for the greater good, leave us less than. I feel the pressure, the greatest wood, success to be understood. Congressional metal tested, hood is so manifested, it's destiny that aggressive. I wrestle with the fact we were never insured. To be progressive was a lesson that we had to endure, that we'd rather enjoy. Every girl, every boy, come on and lift every voice if you believe. Yeah. Believe. If you believe. You see, the color of your skin should never define you, but you can never tell, that's the way that reminds you. Cause all they do is plot, that's grave without a coffin. Degraded generation, that's slave, but not as often. Now we robbing, so that's the space that we get lost in. The meager fortune, the bleaker fortune. I think of orphans when I consider my race. Don't know where we come from, they spent all my history space. It's been give but never take, that started with pride. The native son came out to play when the prodigal died. That's Stephen's nautical mouse. Back when I thought as a child and didn't know how to be proud, to find a smile on the clouds, I had to believe. Yeah. Straight up. Look, I had to believe in myself, yeah, and in my fam, yeah, and in my plan. That's right, my fellow man, my brother man, reaching out with his other hand. Let's take care of them sisters, maybe we can see the motherland. Well, maybe we can see the motherland. Yeah. Just take care of them sisters, maybe we can see the motherland. Well, maybe we can see the motherland. Yeah. If you'd only believe.
The boy who once dreamed and I'd always see himself a king, heir of a segregated South. The rubiginous soil of Atlanta, Georgia, thick with the blood of his ancestors, almost buried him in prepubescent self-hatred. The dream, wrinkled in time throughout eras of displacement, he saw, painted on the shutters of his sight, the crowns of black gods who once ambled the earth with wings and 3 eyes, the chariots of queens whose necks stood tall, and forehead ties scripted with hieroglyphs, strapping Zulus who drove their war horses into the battle march betwixt a procession of percussive stripes. Children who made mirrors in the river of their beauty, cooling their skin beneath the sun. And then black bodies being bent like beasts, herded upon great ships, disappeared into the night mouths of lily-faced pirates, the bows of bloated boats, giving up its sick to the seas, its strongest to suicide, the sinking of swarthy feet upon strange land, strange jangling chains that cuffed their throats and their hands, strange fruits made of their sun-rotten flesh, half like nectarine. The dream was almost sucked out of the mouth of an infant torn from slave womb. The dream almost slipped out of plantation palms, cursed with cotton. The dream almost died in the Confederacy of the Civil War. The dream almost fell short of number 13 in the U.S. amendments. The dream almost miscarried during the birth of Reconstruction, stood up to a tyrant named Jim Crow, and then sat down in the posture of Rosa Parks Snow. The dream crawled its way into the civil rights movement, beset by beatings and boycotts, marches and marauders of justice. The dream would win the Nobel Peace Prize, and then fire split the chest of the king on the balcony of his rented room throne. The dream was assaulted on the way to the ballot box in Fannie Lou Hamer's I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The dream would pump its black fist with Angela Davis afro and black pride. The dream of the believer and unbeliever alike. Taking on immortality, but always taking on new life. The dream would outlive the boy who dreamt it. Its limbs would outrun the king on the way to the mountaintop, and the torch be passed down. The weight of its glory, our burden, our responsibility, our heirloom, our crown. I still believe. I still believe.
Type struggles. I got my own life troubles, plus my own problems in my head. I wonder how I've been blessed and I ended up dead. And I'm just laying the ground rules and stating the basics. My dream deferred, instead I chase it. My vision is blurred, I guess I'm headed for LASIK, but my hindsight perfect. Wish I could embrace it, could've lost it all in the blink of an eye. Up all night partying, but hell yeah I can drive. The bags told me to chill, I just got a new ride. I put my 97 Chevy thinking damn I'm fly, yeah. But man, I'm tired, and man, these tides go off real quick. Headed right for the pole, I can't believe I missed and only had one scratch face down in the disc. Cause yeah. Let's get it going, yeah. Let's keep it going, yeah. I only had one scratch face down in the disc. Cause yeah. I'm supposed to be here right now, right here. Well, everybody in the house know yeah. I'm supposed to be. You supposed to be. We supposed to be 10 years old without a care in the world. I used to love comic books and write letters to girls who would call me at my auntie house. Mama didn't play. Older cousins with my brothers, they would tell me what to say. Slicker than I should have been at a young age. So that's just California for you, man. You gotta learn the ways, gotta learn the colors, reds and blues. And if they ask you what said, you could choose or lose. But on one day I was doing my homework, sat in the kitchen, right by the window. I used to let her breeze, I could see what my friends told. My mom called up, she said, go on home. So I walked to the crib, but it wouldn't be long before the shots ring out. Hit the window in the kitchen, I had been in 10 minutes before. Was the right drive-by, but the wrong drive. To this day I can't believe yeah. Let's get it going here. Let's keep it going here. I can't believe yeah. I'm supposed to be here right now, right here. Well, everybody in the house know yeah. I'm supposed to be. You supposed to be. We supposed to be. Yeah. I'm supposed to be here right now, right here. Well, everybody in the house know yeah. I'm supposed to be. You supposed to be. We supposed to be on stage now with a light in the mic, never feeling constricted. Boy, I write what I like, cause I was given a platform, afforded a voice of all holy, and now never distorted the choice. I do this for the people so my crew can bang. Stay clear or that black bull Lou all day. It's easy to speak on, but it's hard to retain. I got nothing to lose but the world to gain. Come on, listen. I don't ever worry what I'm missing. I'm infamous like Bully and they hear it now. Every time that you see me, you be seeing me smile. Cause I break records every sentence that I run on. Heavy with the wordplay, I put another ton on. You know you're doing something when you're good enough to front on. More than doing something, doing that which I was some on. The last win and lose, you ain't gotta pull a stud on now. Let's get it going, hey. Let's get it going, hey. Let's get it going, hey. Straight up. Let's get it going out. Let's keep it going, hey. I'll be the last one to lose, you ain't gotta pull a stud on now. Yeah. I'm supposed to be here, right now, right here. Well, everybody in the house know. Yeah. I'm supposed to be. You supposed to be. We supposed to be. Yeah. I'm supposed to be here, right now, right here. Well, everybody in the house know. Straight up. I'm supposed to be. You supposed to be. We supposed to be.
I'm living in that upper echelon, so come and get your heaven on. The section where my jet is flown is for the Jedi. Yeah, I'm read out to my second home. Jesse in several zones. Second never next to none. Now come and check my spectrum. Color coded, brother know it. What that wrote like brother Joseph. Royal brought from other oceans. So for just a couple tokens. But I'm from that motherland. Swam up from them southern swamps. Now I got the upper hand. I bounce back just like rubber band. You can check my luggage fam. I'm versatile, verse with Sal. Verbals and my verse is loud. I'm merging now. Merging sounds like mercantile. Urban and suburban routes I oversee like urchin out. The earth is my oyster. I'm the pearl in this birth canal. Wow. Globe trotter like Harlem. Now they globe trotting for stardom. Still, I came from the bottom, but I'm far from.
Yeah. He identified when Nap is on the map like a legend's supposed to. You shook like the ones that try, but never come closer. We in our own space. Don't try to lecture me. My style is morbidly obese. Nobody flying next to me. Ain't no standby, baby. Ain't no coaching here. A first class cast, and I ain't trying to boast in here. I'm trying to push this envelope like it was snail mail. And if I fail, well, I'll be in the stars. I shoot for the moon. Them empty shells turn to bars. Short-sighted fools dream of seeing this far. And I ain't gotta call them out, man, they know who they are. And I ain't gotta try to shine, I was born a star, the sun that is. Really, that's a given. I'm giving my city power like number 4 and it was written. Far from academic, but never been a grimy figure. I'll head to London town just to have a tiny temper. This is Renaissance music, breath of fresh air. Classic in the making with renewed tight flair. When they ask you what you bumping, throw them hands up in the air and tell them, man, oh man, it's hot out here. But y'all hear me, it's that Renaissance music, breath of fresh air. Classic in the making with renewed tight flair. When they ask you what you bumping, throw them hands up in the air and tell them, man, oh man, it's hot out here. Yeah.
If anybody ever asks, tell them that I am the blue jazz rising up like smoke beneath the broken concrete steps of a dim-lit basement in Harlem. That all at once I was Renaissance and Strivers Row. Wild-hearted like the Savoy, a flapper girl at birds twirling through life's cemetery on a high. Tell them that it was there that I lost myself in the trumpet mouths of the prophets and found myself on the other side of the sub-Saharan Nile, pulsing through the drumhead of a griot. That I watched my ancestors go in chains, crossing many oceans, speaking my real name back to myself. For my pilgrimage is their pilgrimage, and their pilgrimage is our
in the city consider it a scholarship. Look, as far as jocking me, as far as blocking me, bruh, as far as mocking me, cuz, as far as I can see, cuz, ain't no sense that you can get it, that's so similar. I pull a stunt, strike a pose, the flow is strictly cinema. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to chalk it even high. The native talk, spat the native sun, peep the rise. Grown man lingo, boys might need a chaperone. My permission slip when I flip and saw the napkin grown. I'm trying to push this platform, that's just to run on. This message is a blessing, I'm texting my people, come on. Some people antidote, we like the antidote. I'm trying to keep it on and on, it's like the velvet rope. I hope the scope ain't too wide for eyes shut below. Baddest flow gets the lesson shine, this the cut, cause I'm next in line. And yeah, that breath of fresh air. Classic in the making with renewed type flair. What I got to what you bumping? Throw the bands up in the air and tell them, man, oh man, it's hot out here. Y'all hear me? This that Renaissance music, breath of fresh air. Classic in the making with renewed type flair. What I got to what you bumping? Throw the bands up in the air and tell them, man, oh man, it's hot out here. Y'all hear me though? Y'all hear me though? Y'all hear me though? Mix like I was Rockland and had it locked like Mr. Spock's hands. My pop saying I'm hot and saying a lot. I'm stacking my prayers in layers like I'm building a block. This feeling I got is popping with no ceiling to stop it. I had to fight for this mic. I probably die before I drop it. I ain't high, but I'm coughing. My pop filter as an artist is flame retarded. It's harder than horror to carve an inch and then switch it up. My vision is consistently vicious. You should listen up, cause I be up late in the night wondering if it's enough, knowing it never is. Forever living in a rut. I'm literally stuck trying to get it. I must grind punchlines, hooks, trying to pivot at lunchtime, crunch time, crooks can never get it or bite it. It's upper ash when I write it, so tell me why would you fight it? If you're waiting on me, tell me what you waiting on. If you hating on me, tell me what you hating on. Swear to God, y'all, I've been waiting all day long. Rarely is he seen, guaranteed, boy, he taking off. If you waiting on me, tell me what you waiting. Lord, Heavenly Father, if they hating what they hating me for, or is it more? Yeah, can't be sure. Look, I've been a factor from kicking balls in a lump sum. There's a lot of rappers, but half of them only bump gums. That makes sense, really, it's all about drums. Forget the lyrics, man, the beat is all we need now. So this day and age, I'm trying to see it before we read it now. And I'm dreaming now, so I can live it one day. Don't wanna reminisce on all the risks I never did take. In a sense, hey, I guess I loved and I lost. I may feel like Curtis when impressions get soft. The lessons from a messenger within a book with a cross helped me fill in all the gaps that I was looking across. It took an awesome power divine to challenge my mind. These young players carrying nines like Pebble Beach. Mine eyes seen the glory before me in rebel speech. You ever reached for something that was tangible and invisible? I did, I do, I've done it and kept it original. Ay, if you waiting on me, tell me what you waiting on. If you hating on me, tell me what you hating on. Swear to God, y'all, I've been waiting all day long. Rarely is he seen, guaranteed, boy, he taking off. If you waiting on me, tell me what you waiting. Lord, Heavenly Father, if they hating what they hating me for, or is it more? Can't be sure, yeah. decline in the mind. Ironically, I found my peace between the sheets and sleep with beats for weeks and then release. Only see heat when I'm guiding the pen. And though I play cool, man, I'm dying within. Cause I've been trying to win and I'm trying to get it. I wake up every morning like I finally did it. That's for practice, perfect, a mile a minute. I'm on the treadmill, running the rat race. And staying in that place is only gonna minutes to finish. But we in it to win it, yeah, and they ain't no money talk. See, a peace of mind gave me peace of mind. I put my towel on the line, they identify my teeth. Sheesh, got it covered in all fronts. Pretty sure it can't be leached. And damn sure don't wanna lease. The option to buy is a natural high. I took to the sky like infinity times. Tones of my blood get depicted through rhymes. Might as well face it, addicted to love. Recover and shine fiend. Cause at 19, I was obsessed with beats and a rhyme. Want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't real for real, I can't seal the deal. Matter of fact, I don't want it at all. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't real for real, I can't seal the deal. Matter of fact, I don't want it at all. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. I'll be creeping out, watch you deacon on it, need a beacon on it, and she geeking on us. I can see it in her eyes. Promise on everything, not a surprise. Trying to sell everything, nothing to hide. Not with them married, cause I've been obliged to. Material goods can define you if you let them. Like these kids with the bullets that had them. Or hunger they suffer through globally. Huffing and pumping through work release. Back in the cell, my boy was so unemployed. When the factory failed, I could feel the void. He was looking to build, fell destroyed. Told the homie to chill, keep his poise. You the lock and the key to this fam. We been rocking since we teenagers, damn. We never knew when revenue was to come. Stuck together like the power of one. Same every time. You tatted on hearts like your favorite line. If I shatter the charts, will it splatter my grind? Scatter my shine like a galaxy blind. Reacted to the only fallacy time. In fact, I keep running it back in my mind like a line with designs on how to define. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't real for real, I can't seal the deal. Matter of fact, I don't want it at all. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. Cause if it ain't, yeah. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't real for real, I can't seal the deal. Matter of fact, I don't want it at all. I want it all tonight, man. Can't call tomorrow, yeah. Cause if it ain't, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Under the sun, we found a way. You let my fire in space are gray. Our love, real love, sweet love. Our love, our love, our love. Under the sun, we found a way. You like my fire when skies are gray. Our love, real love, sweet love. Our love.
Yeah. I never paced, that is. I never paced myself. What I had let in had replaced myself ish ways. Sick days turning you every which way. And you, I found peace before I never could. Say it gets better each day. The way that we play got me up to level 4. The more my mind replays how you had energized my pride. But we intertwined thighs behave. It's what you told me, only I could never oblige. I'm obsessed with undressing you with bloodshot eyes. I get aggressive while caressing you. The blood moon rises. You forgot what you were stressing as we smile to recline. This life is bound to remind you. Shackled in recollection, had a crown when I found you. Queen with a dream, speechless every time that I pound you. No hashtag. Every gram of your love is heavy. Devils have me defeated. You told me I won already. Now with the petty or the court of public appeal. We support each other for real. Only way we can build every day that we shield each other from hurt, harm, and danger is another clue to loosen that noose of pain and anger. Ain't a stranger thing to people who choose to love each other. What remains, man, woman, child, sisters and brothers. This is above us. Let's pray nightly, high to the sky, but only if we promise not to ask God why. You never look the horse inside his grill.
Under the sun,
Straight up.
we found
Straight up.
the way.
Hey, hey.
You light my fire when skies are gray. Our love,
That's what I'm talking about.
our love, real love,
That's what I'm talking about.
sweet love.
Hey, hey,
Our love,
yeah,
our love,
yeah.
our love. Then we fall, just like a dream. Reality begins to fall, and away we go. We have left the shore, sailed away for love. You and I bathing in the world. Let's take it further and drift away under the sun, diving in love. Drown if we must. It's more than lust, magical love. You sold my heart until the end of time. Here you will find I'll be the light within the night. Won't you come inside?
Of course, I never decline. That's to your credit. All forgetting love, your pedigree shine like my poetics refined without fail. I used to be a killer whale, just dying for chasing tail till I can face the failures that have made my bell curve. Parabolic expressions, we've had our ups and downs, and when the smoke cleared, we shed tears of a clown. It's funny how it all break down like pounds of wood. If I could, I wouldn't change a thing, even though I should. The broken hearts was a claim to fame of my hood, but I'm a man now who understands how the game boogie. To know you is to love you. I'm just glad you understood me. Yeah, yeah. My favorite teacher was a third grader, nice lady, Mrs. Stites, baby. She took an interest in me early, yeah, this white lady. Told my mama I was gifted but needed some more effort, especially with his reading. I think he's a low tester. Believe me, I'm no expert, but really without question, to be successful, he gon' need twice the aggression and thrice the work ethic. The price of being black, moms love that admission. Initially taking it back, she told the teacher, listen, we gon' get it right this summer on my foot in his behind. Her friend would tutor me, she had a PhD, yes. I came back reading novels and encyclopedias. And this time, in this age, I give praise for how far we just came. Hey, but it seems, beneath dreams, there's a voice and it calls when it screams. So the villain, despite what I seen, come on, black boy, you can never be king. Remember these things when I'm gone. Granny taught me they're still relevant to this day. My path lonely, so naturally I went to college for knowledge. Was so in love with hip hop, I'm wasting mama's dollars and back to sweetheart, but didn't know what she was. This rap is street art. You're free to tag her you love. That energy hard to harness with a rope and no gloves. That's that bull. When I schools, I see red with every pull. And still I had dreams and still I had goals. I struggled to find reasons. I feel like I was chose. Every picture I find cheese and I'm stuck in that pose. You see, I chose flows to do provocative shows. Nobody handed me nothing. Put in the hours, the weeks. They infringing on freedom, but not the power to speak. Stop. The talent is deep. Drop the smile when I see cops. No matter how profound, I'm on the ground with 18 shots. Damn. In this time, in this age, I give praise for how far we just came. Hey, but it seems, beneath dreams, there's a voice and it calls when it screams. So the villain, despite what I've seen, is come on, black boy, you can never be king. Yeah. I took a chance on me and played it right to a T, then turned it right to a B. We fight like UFC. So if Dana and Vanna White had a night, they kid would be me. Aggressive with these letters I write, but made for TV, huh? Seems easy enough, but not alone. Even for a loner, every week made me strong. Every peak made me calm. Kings to any negativity, I jet a song. If we ain't getting on, I need to write some better songs. Sing a song of freedom before the Redeemer comes. Follow the leader, even if 100 meters run. How he becomes so lyrically fit with the gift now. Be humble and sit down. My sound is renowned, ain't a person, place, a thing. Could imagine what would happen when we dreamed a little dream. I'm back on my regimen just to regulate regime. So heavy is the heart, put your featherweight on strings. Bro, it seems like I'm here in the flesh. Words from up above, come right from the chest. Yeah, it's bigger than me, yeah. But just how big can it be, I'm saying. And even though it takes everything that I got, my whole goal is to set yourself up with a shot. I know it's bigger than me, yeah. But just how big can it be, I'm saying. Clear-headed, no pills and no swerve. I wrestle with emotions, my bill's a Goldberg. I rank like Shabba, but still was no Ferg. Only motion when I picture my spill was no bird. I feel with no words, but I gotta convey to you like the chick on Register 5 who smiled and said, hey to you, afraid till you do it the first time. This game's like a toll booth, cause change came to me at the worst time. Reverse shine. Giving love that's not reciprocal. I'm the prototype, although my type's far from typical. It's all centrifugal, the city of the circle, where only family matters. We consider you an Urkel. Look, my team behind me, it's almost just like the green screen. Anything is possible. I'm trying to keep my dreams clean. I seen things, but I felt much more. My pen tip been rich, I'm buying what's in store. Though it seems like I'm here in the flesh. Words from up above come right for the chest. Yeah, it's bigger than me. Saying, but just how big can it be? Saying, yeah. And even though it takes everything that I got, my whole goal is to set myself up for the shot. I know it's bigger than me, yeah. But just how big can it be? Saying, I need you, I need y'all. Standing with open arms if we fall. If we call, would you come? Cause time is sensitive now, would you run? For creativity or shareability, or for the simple fact they wish they weren't feeling me. Look, pride was liable to keep me by the baseline, and so I hug the baseline. It takes time to kill until we found our purpose. A lot of snakes sounded real, a lot of fakes got revealed. I'm stateside, I'm still domestic with the skill and a flair for globetrotting. It's rare to compare history shared, but so often it's fair. Question why you are here, we all got them. Reservation of minds is preservation of soul. Congratulations today can be keeping me in the fold. Talent and italics sends out divine balance. If it seems like I'm here in the flesh, words from up above comes right for the chest. Yeah, it's bigger than me, but just how big can it be? I'm saying, and even though it takes everything that I got, my whole goal is to set myself up with a shot. I know it's bigger than me, yeah, but just how big can it be? I'm saying, cause it ain't bigger than we. I know it's bigger than me, but just how big can it be?
We come out of a history, black people in this country come out of a history which was never written down. The connection between father and son, between mother and daughter, until this hour, and in spite of the danger in which we stand, and all that I know is happening all around us every day, we forged ourselves out of this fire. And if we could do that, and we have done that.
Yeah. America, they say you got a skin problem. I asked my mama, said you got a sin problem. It never mattered, man, the chicken or the egg. A nigga died off the sunny side and cried as he bled, not from pain, but from shame, no. He thought he had so much to live for, but still he died over nothing. Reunions at the funerals, they crying over cousins. And ain't nobody seen nothing, lying by the dozens. Stop snitching was the campaign. It was never stop killing, what a damn shame. To let the hood dim my light like a lampshade. Cause if you live by the gun, you get the damn same. Broken hearted mamas hoping bullets pass over. There's blood over the door, but a body on the floor. Her firstborn boy sacrificed to this lifestyle, where they smoke this firearms and battle scars found now.
And that was that. We all know what happened to Malcolm. We all know what happened to Malcolm. We know what happened to Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. And so many more.
Hey, Miss America, I'm a very smart fellow. I know systemic racism created black ghettos. In the missions we call leaders, we either killed or deported. So though the history's twisted, wishing to be distorted. In 68, King Bob Kennedy assassinated. Megan Evans killed in his driveway while family waited for the plot to thicken his spots. Don't believe me, just watch. Even the news give me blues, therefore I rarely watch. I listen and know better. Ain't no apology, let it come in no 40 acres, y'all. Forget about the mule. I'm looking at my people like, what we gonna do? We've been viewed as buffoons and coons before. Ain't got the tombs and the wounds to prove it's war. It's time to flip the script now, put some hope in the show. If all my people open hearts, we've got room to grow. Can reap the benefits of love into the seeds of sown. Whoa.
There may be nothing worse under heaven. No greater crime than to attack a man's integrity, to attempt to destroy that man. As concerns black people.
Okay, America the bold and the beautiful pedigree where we trust in the media. Obsessed with celebrities, success is an elegy. When followed by felonies, be hollering when sides swallow your pride with they telling these. Young minds dwelling in the lower 48 who do nothing in moderation. It's over for debates. Shade buttered faces in multicolored barrettes. Rely broken glass everywhere. Vaporize cigarettes. If you take it life, you the best. Save on you a threat. Don't say it's not in your city. Say it's not in your city yet. I'm calling on the famous entertainers, the writers, directors, and producers. Come together, unite us in your influence. Worth more than what it's been doing. Take a stand instantly. On the ground, tweet it out. We need it tonight. Keep them warning after bleeding out. An uphill battle that never panned to seem to even out.
Now something's got to give. The machinery of this country operates day in and day out, hour by hour, until this hour, to keep the nigger in his place. We have never been alone. That's the mystery. Every white person in this country, I do not care what he says or she says, knows one thing. They may not know, as they put it, what I want. But they know they would not like to be black here. If they know that, they know everything they need to know.